Hello everybody, SlimKirby here, welcome back to more Let's Play Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. It's been a very, very long adventure, but our adventure is over. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the epilogue. I still can't believe we did it, guys. This has been a very long project. So now we're going to get in some insight into what happens to every single character we've played with. Micaiah, crowned 15th Queen of Daein at prior King Peleus' entreaty. Micaiah ushered in a new era of prosperity. Soth, becoming Queen Micaiah's husband and her pillar of strength. Soth worked tirelessly to assist the poor. Okay, next we have Edward. Edward lived as a common townsman. Despite the Queen's wishes, he would often visit the keep to bring good news. Leonardo, who I barely used at all. Leonardo toiled at rebuilding the army. With his proven skills and good looks, he was beset by women across Teleus. He really does have a sweet hairstyle, I will give him that. Okay, Nolan. Nolan wandered the kingdoms, saving those in adversity. Stories of his altruism eventually became legends. Well, good for you, Nolan, good for you. Laura returned to her home's church and became a mother to many orphans, all of whom loved her gentleness. Ileana. Ileana returned to travel with the merchant caravan, as she had been before. Somewhere, right now, she is hungry. I love how they just, like, focus on that all the time, how hungry she is. Aaron. Aaron served for many years as lookout in his hometown. Everyone relied on him for his honest, if clumsy, work. I never really thought Aaron was that clumsy. I don't know where that came from. Torneo. Torneo worked tirelessly for his country as a linchpin of Daein's military and a pillar of statesmanship. He was also voted best mustache in Teleus. Okay, not really. Zahark. Zahark traveled Teleus as a mercenary, resolving Bjork Laguz disputes. Some say he eventually settled in Gallia. Mistress of Wyverns, Jill. Queen Micaiah ceded Talrega to Jill. Bearing her father's ideals, she made her land and people prosper. Black Tempest Har. Though unparalleled in strength and asleep as a Dragon Knight, Har never fought again. Rather, he carried cargo in Talrega. Him and Jill have a relationship, by the way, if you get a support with them. I don't remember the exact ending, but they do have a support ending. Okay, Murado, Fiona. As Lady of Murado, Fiona watched over her beloved people and protected them until the autumn of her years. Anyway, here's Peleus, and Peleus has some news for Almeida. So yeah, Peleus is revealing to Almeida that he is not her son. Peleus is not Almeida's son. But who is Almeida's son? I'll let you guys know in the next episode. Or, well, the extra video. Spirit charming sage Peleus. After revealing his lack of royal blood, Peleus gave up the throne, but served at court, learning to speak easily to all. Mistress of the Evil Eye, Nyla, returning to Hatari with recent events, graven in her heart, Nyla hoped to migrate her people across the desert. Black Wolf of the Sands, Velug. Strangely, Velug was still in wolf form on the day he went home. Asked why, he said only, "It's more comfortable." Earthbound Chorister, Raphael. Raphael performed a ceremony in Serena's forest to wake his father, the king. Eventually, he returned to Hatari. Guess he'd rather live with Nyla than his family. And here's Kanagus. Fearless Lion King, Kanagus. Upon returning to Gallia, King Kanagus lost no time in abdicating his throne. Countless songs still tell of his valor. The Lion King's shadow, Gifka. Since their youth, Gifka had been ever at Kanagus' side as his loyal shadow. He died proud of how he spent his life. The Fang of Gallia, Skrymir. Skrymir, as the new Lion King, patrolled Gallia's borders vigorously, and his large heart won the love of his people. Well, ain't that great? Okay, Friend of Nations, Ranulf. Ranulf was often run-ragged by advising the new king. While he winced at his duties, Ranulf still indulged Skrymir. Note about Ranulf, he does have a support ending with Ike if you have an A ranking in his support, and if you have transfer data from Path of Radiance. Just thought I'd mention that. Gallia's you guys are gonna hate me. I had so many people yelling at me about how to pronounce that, but whatever, I don't care. Gallia's Valkyrie, you know what I'm talking about, who cares? Leith. Leith later became the captain in Gallia's home guard and counted battle skills and fighting pride in the young warriors. Kind-hearted warrior, Mordecai. After returning to the forest, Mordecai avoided battle and lived all his days in peaceful harmony with the trees. Finder of secrets, Lear. Lear lived free and wild in the forest. She often told her young comrades of the war and the heroes therein. Dutiful assistant, Kaisa. Kaisa remained a dutiful Gallian warrior. He showed exemplary diligence, never neglecting to train, even in peacetime. Okay, so here's actually where we find out another little secret. Not so much a secret. I could tell that a few of you guys already figured this out, but It turns out that Micaiah is actually Sanaki's older sister. Aw, how sweet. Holy Empress Sanaki. Sanaki elected to guide her people in a world without the goddess, and made treaties uniting the continents. The Sapphire of Begnion, Sigrun. Sigrun was loved by her subordinates and the Holy Guard for her kindness, and guarded Sanaki all her life. Empire's bright blade, Tanith. Tanith was feared by her subordinates and the Holy Guard for her strictness, and guarded Sanaki all her life. Plucky freedom fighter, Tormod. As Begnion's Laguz advisor, Tormod labored to help former slaves out of poverty. He was busy, but very happy. One thing worth noting about these two, I think if Tormod dies, or if Marum dies, these endings will actually change a little bit, but very little. It's a very brief change. Desert's Water, Marum. As Begnion's first ever Laguz official, Marum assisted Tormod and supported his efforts in every arena. Liberation's Talon, Vika. Vika became a liaison to former slaves, traveling between the Cathedral and Laguz district, and was loved in both. Collector of Beauty, Oliver. Oliver followed his calling as a guardian of beauty by sponsoring many artists, especially those who depicted him. Oh, he would. Lion-blooded Stefan. Oh, so he's actually a lion branded? That's pretty interesting. Stefan gathered like-minded individuals to form a tiny independent settlement, which later became a great country. And now we're going to say goodbye to the bird tribes. Okay, Lord of the Air, Tabarn. Tabarn was chosen as the first king of the unified bird clans, and brought them great respect from the other nations. Sky's Shadow, Nesala. Saved from the Blood Pact, Nesala left his people and their nation. He became a diplomat, finding atonement in work. Also worth noting, Nesala and Leanne actually have an A support ending, so once again, just thought I'd mention that. White Prince Raisin. Raisin worked hard as a leader in the new Laguz nation. His iron resolve under a pretty face was suited for politics. Hawk King's Eyes, Janaf. As the new king's right arm, Janaf so eagerly trained his men that he often skipped meals, weekends, and sleep. Hawk King's Ears, Ulki. Despite being the new king's left arm, Ulki still loves solitude, spending his free time in long, deserted locales. Mesmerizing Chantua, Leanne. Leanne and her father made the forest echo with songs to stir pride in all those toiling to build the new kingdom. The wise old crow, Neolucci. Despite his age, Neolucci worked hard to restore the name of the Raven clan. Every year he set a new age record. You had to make fun of his age, game. You had to. Okay, man of many mysteries, Volk. After finishing his contract, Volk went back to the shadows he knew so well. He was a man of mystery to the end. Young Dragon Prince, Kurthnaga. Kurthnaga spent his days arbitrating conflicts between nations, guarding the peace so many had died for. Wish Spinner Ina. Ina returned home and gave birth to her lost fiancé's child. Goldoa rejoiced at the first dragon birth in centuries. So she was like pregnant all of that time? That's kind of weird. I guess it takes longer for Laguz to actually give birth. Anyway, Internal Wanderer Nazar. Nazar served the new Dragon King by observing other nations in his travels and often doted on his great-grandchild. Crimson Bodyguard, Gareth. Gareth was named Chamberlain to the king's new nephew and taught him with both strictness and love. Okay, now we're going to say goodbye to the people from Crimea. Devoted Queen, Alencia. Alencia governed Crimea with resolve and a deep love for her people. Her reign was remembered as a golden age. Worth mentioning, Alencia and Jeffrey have an A support ending. Get an A rank with them and their support, and they have a support ending. A Grim Cavalier, Renning. All Crimea rejoiced at Renning's return. He chose to forego the limelight, helping the Queen to keep the peace. Protector of the Realm, Jeffrey. As a captain of the Royal Knights and a model of chivalry, Jeffrey served his queen and country all his days. Tireless Advisor, Lucia. Where the Queen went, Lucia followed. Their love was fabled to be stronger than even most blood sisters. Crimea's keystone, Bastion. Bastion's unparalleled diplomatic skills ensured that many treaties were signed, spreading peace across Tellius. Veteran Knight Kieran. Kieran served the royal family with nearly fanatical verve. His voice could be heard from anywhere in the castle. Petulant Pegasus Knight, Marcia. Marcia showed her dedication as one of the royal knights, ever vigilant as she patrolled Crimea's skies. Prince of Layabouts, Makalov. Hey, don't diss Makalov, he's awesome. Makalov remained as a royal knight because the Empire was too strict. Miraculously, he was never fired. Because he's awesome, that's why. Unassuming Knight Astrid. As a royal knight renowned through the land, Astrid's beauty and prowess were known to allies and enemies alike. I think Astrid and Makalov might have a support ending, but I don't know for sure. Don't quote me on that. Relentless Halberdier, Nephany. Nephany lived with her family in Malor. Time and again, she raised her lance in defense of the realm. Rural Juggernaut. That's a pretty sweet nickname. Brahm. Returning to his family in Oma, Brahm farmed for the rest of his peaceful life. He never lifted a weapon again. Wayfaring country girl, Meg. Meg had an ordinary marriage in her village and had an ordinary family. Her house was always full of laughter. Alluring rogue, Heather. Heather returned home to care for her mother, swearing off her roguish ways. Yet somehow, she always had money. Interesting. Lucky Wayfarer, Danved. The war over, Danved hung up his lance and became a traveling performer. His act could make anyone laugh. First-rate sage, Khalil. Khalil returned to running the store with her beloved Largo and daughter Amy. Her bright smile cheered many hearts. Okay, off to the Grail Mercenary units and the last units of the game. Scarlet-haired Paladin, Titania. Titania remains second in command of the mercenaries. Once a year, she visited the graves of her fallen friends. Deadly Adept, Shinon. Shinon lazes the days away in his old haunts, an expert at all he put his hand to. Oh god, that could be taken the wrong way. He chose none as his calling. Perpetual Guardian, Gotri. Gotri became a famous mercenary and a household name. Fate led him to find many women, but never true love. That's probably the way he would have wanted it. Agile Horseman, Oscar. Oscar returned to the Royal Knights at Queen Alencia's request, but still took mercenary work on the side. Mighty Soldier, Boyd. Boyd trained daily so as not to lose his spot to some stupid rookie. Mist humored her husband's insecurities. So yes, both Boyd and Mist have a support ending as well. Just thought I'd mention that. Faithful student, Rolf. Rolf remained with the mercenaries. He was always in demand as a tutor of unrivaled marksmanship. Gentle Saint, Reese. Reese served as a healer and opened a small chapel in a corner of their old keep. He taught school there. Aw, how nice of you, Rice. Aspiring Lady of Blades, Mia. Mia set off in search of new opponents. She traveled the whole continent, but sometimes rested at Grail's retreat. Healing Breeze, Mist. Mist acted on her feelings for Boyd. Marrying him, she cried during the vows, much to Boyd's chagrin. Silent Master of Winds, Soren. When peace had settled on the land, Soren packed lightly and set off with the only person he had ever trusted. And yes, Ike and Soren have a support relationship as well. or support ending. Once he saw stability returned, Ike left on a journey to lands still unknown. He was never seen again. And that's it, guys. Time for the staff credits. Oh, I can't believe it. I actually finished this project. Oh man, thank God. Don't get me wrong at all. This project has been great. It really has been great. Like, I've enjoyed this project a lot, but this took such a long time. I knew it would too, but it just got to the point where it took even longer than I thought. Because keep in mind, I've been doing this since the end of May, and it's already September, in the middle of September, so I've been working on this for a very long time, and I'm just honestly very relieved that it's over. It's been a great project, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it as well. Overall, as I said before, I think this project has gone great. I mean, I wouldn't say it's my best project, far from it. And I know in some parts this project really dragged on. Trust me, I'm fully aware of that. But, I mean, it's been great. Like, I'm glad I did this game, and I'm glad I can finally say that I have actually completed the Tellius saga on my YouTube channel, so hooray for that. As I've said before, I really do love this game. I definitely recommend it to any fan of Fire Emblem. If you're a beginner who wants to get into Fire Emblem, I would not recommend this game, because this game does have a pretty high difficulty curve to new players. If you want to get started with Fire Emblem, I'd probably either recommend Path of Radiance or Fire Emblem Sacred Stones for the Game Boy Advance. So if you guys want to get into the Fire Emblem series, definitely those would be the games to start with. And, you know, maybe after those games, you can get into this game. This game is really good. I do like this game a lot. So, yeah, I do recommend this game as well. But really, only if you can actually get into the series. Like, I definitely wouldn't use this game as, like, a test to see if, like, you'd like the series or not. I'd go for, like, a simpler game, and if you like it, then definitely go for this. This is a great game. This game does get, like, a lot of, not so much hate, but I don't think it gets enough love from people. I mean, and I can kind of understand why. It's a very long game, and the difficulty curve can be kind of insane at times. And, the hard mode honestly sucks. It's like, as I've said before, it's not really even that hard. It's just tedious as hell. And I can definitely understand, like, not wanting to try that mode just because of how tedious it is. But I think easy mode is also a good mode to start at if you get this game, because it's nice and relaxing. You get to kind of enjoy the game and train a lot more units and kind of see which units are better than others. So I would definitely recommend, you know, if you get this game, make your first playthrough on easy mode, just to give you a nice, relaxing time. As for other things, I do have another extra video or two coming out later. I'll try to have those in the next few days or in the next week. At the point when I'm recording this, I'm not exactly prepared, because what I want to show in the extra video is all the options you get for beating the game. I want to show a few things you can do in the base, because I didn't show all of the library off, and I kind of want to show that off. And I also want to show off the super secret character, the character I did not get to unlock, and a few of the scenes you actually get with that character. Along with all that stuff, I'll also be talking about a few other secrets in this game, different kinds of unlockables, a few storyline things that we won't get to experience in this playthrough, or in the playthrough that I'm doing, like, along with this, to actually unlock the secret character. I will briefly mention those. I will not be able to show you guys those scenes in particular, but I will definitely mention them. And that's pretty much going to be what the last video is going to be, so I just thought I'd mention that. And, yeah, that's really all I wanted to say. So, in a moment, the credits will be ending, and then we'll actually get to see the battle records, which I'm really excited about. The battle records will basically show you how fast it took you to complete each chapter in the game, and then it'll also show you all of the units in order from least kills to most kills, and from there you get your game MVP. I'm kind of unsure of what to expect for my game MVP. There are a couple of choices. I have a feeling that my game MVP will either be Ike, Rolf, Jill, or Nethany. One of those four. I don't know who exactly, but I guess that's why we're going to figure that out later. So, yeah, that's definitely what I'm expecting. A few other notable mentions. I think Peleus and Makalov will definitely be high up there, but I don't think I actually did enough with them to get them on the list. I think Gotri will be pretty high. Nolan will be pretty high. Even though he wasn't on my final team, Har actually got a lot of kills too. So yeah, those are actually some of the names that I would definitely expect to see high up on the list. But we'll see what happens. We'll definitely see what happens. And hold on a minute, guys. I'm going to quickly step away from the mic for a second. Okay, I'm back. I had to take care of something very quickly. Okay, I think that's it for the credits, so I actually came back at a very good time. Alright, including the copyright of game, scenario, music, and program reserved by Nintendo and Intelligent Systems. Hooray! And we are left with this. In days long past, a young man strode the lands of Teleus. He was a simple, yet true, his deeds brave and noble. He reunited the two races long at war, and healed the heart of a goddess long gone mad. Ask any you meet, be they young or old, Bjork or Laguz, of a hero named Ike, and you'll receive a warm smile and a tale or two of faith, courage, and honesty. He was also in Super Smash Bros. Brawl! Okay, no. Well, no, he was. And that's it, guys. F-I-N, that means the end. I should be able to hit a button here in a second. Start button? A button? Oh. My, Wiimote fell asleep again. Okay, there we go. Okay, it's time, guys. It's time to see the war records. This part will take a while, but we'll definitely see how long it took me. I don't think there were very many chapters that took me that long, honestly. I mean, there might be a few up there, but for the most part, I thought I was pretty quick in this game. I don't think there were any chapters that took more than 2 hours. And he actually did, like, really good on the in-game chapters as well. But there we go. Those are the turn records. Let's go on to the unit records. First, we have all the characters I didn't get any kills with. Including all the Herons. Which you can actually get kills with Herons, by the way. Give them, like, a Daemon card or something. But here we go. The counter is starting to increase now. We'll see mostly Laguz units at first. There's Nasser. Getting to a few units here. There's Nyla, there's Reese, there's Sanaki, Valencia. Oh wow, this is exciting. There's Peleus and Braum. Braum made it pretty high. And Oscar too, and Soren. And Tabarn for that matter, jeez. Oh, and there's Ike. Okay, let's see who the top 5 is. Top 5. Number 5. Level 18 Dragon Lord, Jill. I think I know who has first place. 4th place, level 7 Trueblade, Edward. Wow, I'm actually kind of surprised to see him there. 3rd place, level 18 Sentinel, Nephany. I know exactly who's first. 2nd place, level 20 Marksman, Rolf. Okay, I'm kind of surprised here. Number 1. Level 20 Reaver, Nolan. Where in the 3rd episode I made a remark about him being a child molester. Wow, he only won by 4 kills though. He didn't beat Rolf by that much, but still. I honestly didn't expect that. Like, I mean, I guess I can see it, but still, like, I don't think I used him that much. I was surprised to see Edward up there, too. Edward actually ranked pretty high as well. But yeah, there we go, guys. That's it. That's Fire Emblem Radiant Dawn. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you guys for the extra video coming soon. And here's where you get the option to make clear data. Let's see, where do I want to make it? And I'll go ahead and make it here, I guess. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time for the extra video. Later, folks.